What's up, guys? CryptoSavy here, and welcome to the channel where you subscribe to get daily updates on Bitcoin. We also do Litecoin and Ethereum a few times a week, and the Dow. Today, we're just going to be focusing on Bitcoin. Is it going to break out or break down soon? That doesn't mean today, but within this week, I do believe we are going to see a massive move. We'll look at that. Definitely stick around. Don't forget, we have a free Discord group in the description below the video. Alright guys, as always, this is not financial advice, trading advice, nor is it investment advice. Always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in any market. This is my opinion, not yours. We are still doing another Kobo Vault Generation 2 hard wallet giveaway. Not your keys, not your crypto. All you got to do to enter to win is make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Smash that like button and leave your comments down below. All that stuff really helps the YouTube algorithm get the video out there, since they haven't been doing a good job of that themselves. But we will be doing a drawing on Sunday. I'll pick a random comment from a random video throughout the week, and that's how you win. All right, taking a look at the news headlines. Bitcoin, as Bitcoin struggles, this minor cryptocurrency soared 1,000%. Hacker stole 336 Bitcoin from exchange. Just another reason why you keep your cryptos off the exchange unless you're trading them. Make sure you get yourself a hard wallet. I do have some in the links below. Stocks, greed, and exuberance. 5 things to watch in Bitcoin this week. Everything else is pretty much older, except next Bitcoin rally will set our hair on fire. I believe that too. I just don't believe that we're gonna see it, in my opinion, very soon. But we'll talk about it. It is possible. Fear and greed index, we are at 43. We raised 2 points from yesterday. Still in the fear zone. And I wanted to let you guys know, I put this tweet out yesterday. If you don't follow me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is CryptoSavy1 or at CryptoSavy1. I put this tweet out. Okay, people say that 95% of Bitcoin YouTubers don't even trade themselves. Challenge them by putting their name under this tweet. Add them. Put at and then their name after this tweet. Let's see how many people we can get on the Prime XBT co-vesting module, where you can follow their trades. And it's pretty damn transparent. You can't hide anything on it. So let's look at the thumbnail I had put up. So yesterday I had this triangle drawn in here, but I cloned this bottom line, put it up top as a possible rising channel. The top of this channel is going to be, depending on where we hit it, around $11,000 if we can break through the top of this triangle right here. The measured move, if we were to break up above that 11,000, this is the very bullish case scenario, is around 13,000. Now, if we break down from this, which I believe is more likely, but again, that's my opinion, not yours, it's going to be around $7,000. And if we do a measured move of the whole triangle and we were to break, this week sometime, around $6,000 range. And that doesn't mean we go straight down, guys. But this chart here is on the analysis section of Prime XBT. That is what I was talking about, the co-vesting. I like Prime XBT, and I'll leave a tutorial up top if you're interested in trading. But I like Prime XBT. You can put multiple charts on one screen if you don't have multiple, screens. Even if you do, it's just an easier way to get more screens on there. They have added some more Forex to their, they just added some more. You can check them out on their Twitter, but you can trade all these assets, Forex, gold, silver, oil, the Euro 50, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, gas, S&P, all that stuff. You, with your Bitcoin, gives you access to all that stuff to trade. So it's by far my favorite exchange. If you use my promo code Savy50, it'll give you 50% off of your fees. Or I'm sorry, take that back. It will give you 50% on top of your deposit as a bonus up to 1 Bitcoin. And if you use Savy25, that'll get you 25% off your fees. All right, let's take a look at the monthly. Same thing, guys. We've been looking at this bearish divergence, higher highs in the monthly price, lower highs in the RSI. I still believe that is bearish divergence. And Right now, the price I'm watching is 93.40 to 93.50. If we break above that, we could go a little bit higher. Let's take a look at my 5400 target. Still have it down here at the 55 EMA, which would also be retesting this falling channel here. That is the bearish case scenario. That's what I'm looking at. We will take a look at the bullish case also. This is the weekly, and if I zoom in here, you can see the same thing on the weekly. Higher highs in the price action and lower highs in the RSI, bearish divergence. Has that already played out? Possibly. I don't believe so. Let's look at the bullish case. You can see these yellow lines here. That is a falling broadening wedge. If we take a measured move from the break of that, that goes all the way up to 16,000. The price to watch for weekly close this week, last week it was around 98.50. This week is around 9,800. If we close a weekly candle above that 9,800 range, it could be extremely bullish. But again, I still remain bearish here. And let's take a look at the 8 EMA where it lies right now is around 91.50. A break of that, the next support is at the 13 EMA around 89.50. And after that, we got the 21 EMA right around 8,700. And retesting this trend line or this broadening wedge, also lining up with the 55 EMA would be around 8,300. That's the bearish case. Of course, the bullish case is we break up above the 9,800 and continue on to the moon. But remember, we got major resistance at 10,500. Let's take a look at the daily. Zoom in first, look at the EMAs, see where we're at on the daily. And we are getting support on all of the EMAs right here, the 8, the 13, and the 21. The 21's lying right around 82.60. A break of these EMAs will also break this bottom trend line. And let's take a look at these trend lines and their targets, and then we'll move on. We'll continue on to the smaller time frames. All right, so looking at this as a rising channel, the white, the measured move off that is around 6,900 from the breakdown from that. But if you look, guys, the reason I keep drawing new trend lines here is because we have not had any big breakout in the volume. Looking at the orange trend line, the breakout, the measured move from that is 5,600. And the pink trend line, the breakout from that is 43.78. And the breakout from this yellow one, excuse me, the breakout from this yellow one gets us down to around the 4,100 range, which would not break this low. But remember, on the CME futures, we do have a gap at the 30, I think it's around the $3,500 range, between 35 and 37. Not sure, I haven't looked at it in a while. But there is a CME futures gap that you can see all the way up to the 8-hour in there. So be aware of that. Let's zoom in here, and we'll go into the RSI on the daily after that. But yeah, as you can see, we are getting support on this trend line right now. A break of that, which is going to be around the 9,200. Then we could be looking down towards this 200 EMA on the daily, which is around the 86.50 to 8,700, depending on how long it took us to get down there. Another way to support the channel, guys, is my wife's webpage, inkyyourimage.com. There is a link below in the description. A lot of cool crypto stuff on here. You can put any crypto you want. Just hit her up in the contact if you want something different than that is offered. And you can put family pictures, sayings, whatever you want on any of this stuff. Just hit her up in the contact. All right, so this is another daily chart. Actually, let's go back to here. We didn't look at the RSI. And looking at the RSI, as you can see, we're looking at this as a head and shoulders. We did break through the neckline, came down, got support down here, broke back through, and as of right now, we are getting support on the neckline. All right, a break of this neckline and a daily close below this in the RSI is gonna be bearish, guys. I do believe if we break up above this, that's going to obviously be the bullish case scenario. But another break of this trend line, I think we're going to come back down and retest this trend line here being a falling wedge. Do keep an eye on that. Like I said, I am bearish. I could definitely be wrong, and we could moonshot from here. We are beating on this resistance line that I have drawn in here. And let's look at where that's at on this. That is right around the 93.50 range. A break of that, we may get a nice push up. All right, let's look at from the swing low to the swing high. I have the Fibonacci retracements on here. The first one being the 0.236, which obviously we've gotten some bounces off of that already. Second one being 79.40, which is the 0.382 fib. And then we have long-term support and resistance at 7,700 and the 0.5 fib at 71.41 if these don't hold. 6,900, our target from this falling or rising channel here. And then the golden pocket zone between 61.50 and 6,300. Now, the way I was looking at that, of course, if that don't hold, then we're looking at the 54. 0.786 is at 52.50, and then we have that gap down here if none of these hold. But one thing I do want to point out is the possibility of this being a giant left shoulder, head, and right shoulder forming. And a break of this neckline would be extremely bullish. Let's look at the 4 hour. So in the 4 hour, we are getting a nice push up now. Let's see. So I'm looking at this falling channel here. A break of that, which is going to be around, let's see, where's the top of that? Right around the 93.60 range. A break of that. The measured move is around that 10,500. Could we get a major rally and a push up there? Definitely a possibility. Also looking at this rising channel, if we come down and break that $9,000 range, we could be looking at that $6,900 Bitcoin. Let's see what happens here today, guys. That area to watch is, like I said, around 93.60, somewhere in that range. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's zoom in on the 4 hour, see how the EMAs are looking. We are getting support on top of all the EMAs as of right now. We'll see how that turns out. Let's look at the RSI in the 4 hour. So in the RSI, it actually looks like a rising wedge here. In the RSI, looks like it may be time to come back down. Let's take a look. Is there any divergence? No, not really any divergence there. So is it possible that we're coming back up to test this white trend line with a big fake out? Definitely a possibility, and we'll talk about those targets here in a minute. But it does look like we're most likely going to come back down here and retest this trend line, go to those lower lows. Here's the hourly chart. And this is more zoomed in. So from this swing high to this swing low, I have the fibs in here. These are all the retracements. We did get our touch up here at the golden pocket and got rejected. I've been talking about for quite a while, we could have come up all the way to the 95.84 and that be a bull trap. That is still a possibility, and then continue down from there and to our lower targets. Let's take a measured move of this rising channel here and see what that tells us. And that would be a break of the 91.90, obviously our 0.382 fib. That gets us around the 8,800, 88 to 8,900, right in that range. So be aware of that, guys. We also have this falling channel in red, and a measured move of that also gets us up to that 10.5. So the Bitcoin is going to break out or break down extremely soon. My opinion is we are breaking down. Again, I could be wrong. If we came back down to test the bottom of this red channel, depending on where it would hit, could be looking at a $8,000 to $8,400 Bitcoin. We're going to move it down to 83 right now. That would have to be a pretty quick drop. I don't see that happening, but you never know. It is Bitcoin. Let's look at the RSI in the 1 hour. Anything? Are we getting any divergence up here right now? And as you can see on the, even on the hourly RSI, we are getting support on all these EMAs. But as you can see, it can turn quickly as it did earlier. Let's see what we're looking at here. All right, so we've tested the resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. Are we coming back up to test the resistance again for that fake out, or do we continue down from here? I do believe we continue down. Again, that's my opinion, not yours. Make sure you do your own research. This channel is basically just to show you how I chart and how I look at stuff. A lot of people use a lot of different stuff. You know, it all depends. There's no cookie cutter way to trade or analyze the market. Everybody has different ways of doing everything. So this is my way. If you like it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tick the notification bell to get you notified when I post new videos. Smash those likes. Leave your comments down below that get you entered to win the Kobo Vault Generation 2. And I'm out. Thanks, guys.